Good morning from the Evening Standard newsroom in London. Coronavirus vaccines will be offered to millions of over 70s and the clinically extremely vulnerable from this week as the government expands its rollout. More than 3.8 million people in the UK, including over 80s, care home residents and NHS and social care staff, have already received their first dose. But from today, it will be available to the next two priority groups. The government said it would remain the priority to vaccinate those in the top two groups, but that sites which have enough supply and capacity to vaccinate more people will be allowed to offer jabs to the next cohorts. The expanded rollout comes as a ban on quarantine-free travel into the UK came into force at 4 a.m. in a bid to keep out new coronavirus strains. The new rules mean arrivals will need to self-isolate for 10 days or receive a negative result from a coronavirus test taken at least 5 days after they enter the UK. A host of British MPs have called for action following the arrest of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny. Mr. Navalny was detained at a Moscow airport yesterday after spending 5 months in Germany recovering from nerve agent poisoning that he blames on the Kremlin. Russia's prison service said the 44-year-old had violated parole terms from a suspended sentence on a 2014 embezzlement conviction. Following the news of his arrest, a number of British MPs, including Lisa Nandy, Tobias Ellwood and Stuart MacDonald, used Twitter to call for his release. The Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office said it was deeply concerned about the arrest. Large swathes of the UK are said to be hit with heavy downpours this week, with warnings of potential flooding in place. Up to 70 millimetres of rain could fall over 48 hours in the worst affected regions, with an amber warning in place for parts of northwest England for Tuesday and Wednesday. A yellow rain alert is also in place for most of northern England and Wales from Tuesday to Wednesday, before most of the UK falls into the warning on Thursday. China's economy grew 2.3% in 2020 as a recovery from the coronavirus pandemic accelerated. Growth in the 3 months ending in December rose to 6.5% over a year earlier from the previous quarter's 4.9%, official data has shown. In early 2020, the ruling Communist Party took the then unprecedented step of shutting down its economy to fight the virus, but China's National Bureau of Statistics said the country has recovered steadily since. The first stage of Jeremy Corbyn's legal battle with Labour over his suspension from the parliamentary party will be heard by the High Court today. Lawyers for the former opposition leader are applying for the disclosure of documents ahead of a possible legal challenge over his suspension. Mr Corbyn's case is expected to relate to the Islington North MP's original suspension and the negotiation with the leader of the opposition's office over the terms of his reinstatement. It has previously been reported that they will seek evidence proving there was a deal with Sir Keir Starmer's office to readmit him to the party.